Welcome back to the studio. See, this before I start, I may be emotional about this too because it's a story that touched my heart, and also I would like to give a flower to a brother too that one way or the other helped me to believe in myself as an artist. See, that story of Aki Palace, fortunately or unfortunately, I'm unable to meet with Abiola. My portraiture, the letter they put inside, I took everything back to my mom's house. So, and it is during the holiday. At least I spent some, maybe, yes, during the holiday. So after I finished the holiday, I went back to my dad's house to continue my schooling. The first week, everything was normal. The second week, everything was normal. I think it was during the weekend, Saturday, something happened. And I can never forget that day. I think it's because I think I have good skin. If not because of that, I would have shown you the remnant of that day. Then I was highly pained, but now it's part of my story. My dad and my stepmom just called me inside our small living room. We have a fridge, we have a dining set, which we don't use to eat. We used to iron there. This is why I iron my parents' clothes. We have our upholstery and we have a center table. We serve as as our dining, my mom and my dad dining table. And most importantly, my slab, my flogging slab. My dad just called me side by side, and I was very close to the other room, the middle. A door leads to another. I was beside the dining. Say, you come. Who is your dad? I was like, who's my dad? Returning by by. That's how it is. Returning by by. You know, sir. That my dad said, I'm not sure I'm your dad. Is it not Abiola your dad again? Ah, it was then I know say Ongrubobo, something is happening. And I thought Abiola is your dad now. Sir, o ti rí bàbá tí ó ṣe rere láyé ẹ̀. So you know want to take you already see Baba that's not responsible enough. That you are out there to look for a better dad. The next thing, I just saw two empty men. You remember the brother Bilu that said help me to write something on calendar. That was my teacher, lesson teacher. He was the first to enter. The next person was the person I'm giving this flower. We call him Brother Saburi. No Brother Saburi, Brother Saliu. It's Brother Saliu, not Brother Saburi, Brother Saliu. Two of them enter. To see how little I was, my stature so small. You now see these empty guys. See, that Brother Saburi that time, he was our teacher, but his major is flogging. The guy, the bros gets PhD in flogging. Because yeah. Because their house is a disciplinary house. So it's the head chief of people that flog people. went deep in CBF. So as I see the man enter with Brasoli, but when I see Brasoli, I know Brasoli to be a very cool guy. But this Bras Saburi, brother Habib, the next thing they come with King Atori. And as usual, he said I should lie on the table. I remember that is the time I untied my leg and I was on the slab, foreign slab. And they begin to descend on me. I have a usual matter that my dad used is a rubber or this strong red like this. The my car dear, my leg. I don't come ladder, I them ladder. They begin to descend on me. But I saw leave. The first attempt, the second one, he just said, "Sir, I can't flog this boy." Daddy, flog him. They are like, to my dad. Abi, flog him. Salim, say, flog him. The man said, no, sir. If it's because of this issue, I will have problem with you. It's better. But with what you told us about this whole issue, and say I should flog this guy, I know I'm not justified doing that. And out of annoyance, out of respect for what the brother believe in, he dropped the cane and get out of the house. And my dad was so furious. And brother, people want to prove that he's a loyal person to my dad. And they begin to flog. They flogged me until I fainted, Daddy. They flogged me until I fainted, Daddy. It was then they stopped. And they began to revive me. Before I came back to life, I would have died. It was then I knew that my offense was that I was trying to be somebody in life without my dad knowing about it. I used this opportunity to talk to parents. Divorce is a terrible thing. The dad, the mom, they may be having their own good time separately, but you don't know what the kids are going through. I was pained. I didn't steal anything. I didn't do anything bad. But they flogged me until I was fainted. My stepmom have to run out of the house, of the space. Maybe she can't bear it again, I don't know. But they flogged me so till I fainted. My offense was that I was trying to be somebody in life by connecting to somebody like MKO Abiola. You know what happened? My dad was a journalist, a senior one as that in OGPC. So he was not sure, maybe he was not sure MKO or governor will be there. So I must say that was the only time I saw Abiola and Alaja Simbi out, the wife. That was one and only time I saw them physically. So I said when I entered that, let me just stop here. I will tell the story in another clip. I don't want it to be so long. So that was how that brother said to serve my flower till tomorrow. Said, no, 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 no. This what this boy is you are beating him for is something is of good cause. But I think he mentioned something about their Quran that day because was a very good Muslim. So it's like the Quran doesn't give them to do such. So because of that, he can't continue to obey my dad because want to gain some point from him. And really, that really entered my head. So some people can still think like this. I don't blame Brother Habib. You need to know Brother Habib, a very good disciplinarian. He doesn't take shit. So it's just, in fact, if that time they are paying for, they can pay you to discipline somebody, that bro would have been a millionaire. Forget, because he's good at that. So, Brother Saliu, thanks so much. You are bros when we were in Ilugun that time. Thank you so much for that day. He was also my teacher in the lesson, so but it was Brother Abdul that won the lesson. Right up. I said thank you for what you did that day. I can never forget it. I don't pray for dementia or something like that. That the thing that happen to people that they forget something. I don't think if that thing happened to me, I can ever forget this particular day in my life. But you stand your ground for good cause. Maybe what I did was also wrong. I don't know. I'm not blaming my dad or anybody for flogging me. As a parent, you have to train your child. The Bible says, train your child the way he should go, and when it will not depart from it. But in this one, I believe is it's uncalled for. But do you know later, I thank my dad for doing that for me. Yes, because also I believe if I was exposed to such grace that I better want to offer that time, maybe I would have missed it in life. Because ayọ̀ ń pààyàn, another thing ó tún lè bá kọ́ rí, ó máa fi jàkàrà ni. I don't want to mention names, but I can recollect some people that have such opportunity that time, around that time, and they blew it. It turned them to something else. Maybe I would have been a quack in street of New York or England. But I thank God it was like that. And I never died on that so that I can tell this story. So this particular video, once again, is for Brother Salib. Thank you so much. I really appreciate, sir.